Welcome back, Rankers. Couple of things this week. Firstly, if you haven't yet booked for At Marketing Now, I suggest you do. If you're at all interested in social media and you're in Melbourne. Big conference coming up in September the 22nd and the 23rd. Chris Brogan's out from the US, fantastic speaker. You've got to see him. I saw him speak in New Zealand. Stephen Johnson, he's got some amazing technology to do with social media. So if you're in the PR industry, you really need to go and see this guy. Laurel Papworth, social media guru. Darren Rouse, of course, pro blogger. Go and see him. David Armano, can't wait to check him out, and some other ball bloke. Get along there, it's going to be great. Now, just on that, I'm actually speaking about video at that particular conference, and I'd be really interested to know how you're currently, or your company is currently using video online, if at all. And the reason I ask that is because back in the late 90s, Stuart Media did a lot of video. We did a lot of live video as well. And it's just in recent weeks or months, we're starting to see the re-emergence of live video. The reason that video really didn't take off around the world 10 years ago was bandwidth. Everyone was on dial-up modems, and we were watching video on a postage stamp. But having said that, we did do a lot of live video, and certainly the internet was great for live video. But the sorts of things that we did with live video were event-based. So, there was a rock star whose interview that we were webcasting, or some corporate event, or in the case of sports, we did the European Extreme Sports from Montpellier in France, a webcast of that. But what I'm seeing a lot of people use live video for now, which I find quite curious, is simply business events, or trying to get an audience around their live business event. It's not going to work. And the reason is that with video online, people don't want to fit into your schedule. They will only fit into your schedule or your timetable if there's a compelling reason to do so with video. So either that you need to watch the live video to interact with the guest and maybe ask questions of a very special guest. It might be Michael Jackson's funeral and you just got to see that live. Or it'll be some concert, or it'll be a political debate, or it'll be in fact, probably the last piece of really live video I watched was the Mars rover landing on Mars. But it's going to have to be something that has to be special for it to be live. If you disagree with me, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But if you are going to use video, look, the best way to do it is to record it and stick it up on, say, a YouTube or one of those. And I say the best way to do it is because it's going to get more views. You can sit on your own site if you want, if you don't want the whole world to see it. But certainly live video is only good for event-based type videos, or if you need interaction from an audience. If it doesn't need to be live, don't do it live. The reason being is that no one will turn up. Even at the Gene Simmons live webcast, we only got about 3,500 people watching at the time, and he's pretty big. So that's my thought on live video. Secondly, the second thing that's happened this week, there was a lot of talk about SEO is only for brands, and on Twitter. And I strongly disagree with that concept that SEO is only for brands. That's a bit like saying the people that buy brand names don't use Google, okay? We all use Google to research a purchasing decision. Now, if your business isn't there when that purchasing decision's been researched, in all likelihood, you're probably going to miss the sale. And to give you a bit of an example of what I'm talking about here, if you went and typed low interest loans into Google, and you look at the results down here in the organic results, guess what? This company over here, the NAB, which is one of Australia's largest bank, is not in the organic results, but they're buying AdWords for it. And the reason that they're buying AdWords for it is because they're not in the organic results. When people search, they don't search for brand names. If they are searching for brand names, yeah, great, that's fine. You've already made the impact. But search marketing is where you do not have the impact made. Like, when I think of low interest home loans, I don't immediately think of the NAB. And certainly if they're not on that screen, I am not going to think about them. I'm going to be looking for, I'm going to be going to these rate checkers, these sites, aggregator sites that tell you all about all the various home loans out there. And if you're not there, I'm not going to go and check out your offering. The fact that HSBC is number one, a lot of people invest a lot of importance in that number one spot, that number two spot, that number three spot. They think that someone has made a judgment call to put your site there, and of course it hasn't. The only thing that's made a judgment call is the Google algorithm. Well, that's it for this week's show. Remember to go and check out marketingnow.biz if you're interested in social media and you're going to be in Melbourne at the end of September. And until then, keep on ranking.